Hi, this is Tom Horn with Birmingham Appraisal Blog. Today I wanted to talk to you about how you can use graphing, and specifically Excel, since that's what I use, or you could use any program you want, but how you can use graphing to become a better agent. And I came up with this idea after working on an appraisal and thinking about how this information may be helpful to agents as well. In the appraisal, we are required to put predominant information into the neighborhood description. And when I say predominant information, I'm talking about the predominant age and the predominant price range of homes within the area that we're working. So in regards to maybe how an agent can use this, I thought it might be helpful that if you knew what homes were selling the most within a neighborhood, what price range that they were, as well as what age range that they were, then if you wanted to concentrate on only those homes, then maybe the likelihood of them selling, faster and quicker, and you would have more potential clients. You could sell more within those price ranges and age ranges, and you could just concentrate on those. So today I wanted to show you how you can use Excel to get that information. What I'm going to do here is I've downloaded some information, and you can do this on your own. You'll have to learn how your particular MLS does that, but you can do a download of information of sales over a certain time period. I like to look at, maybe 3, 4, 5 years worth of information. And I know that's a lot of information, but you can easily, study that information within Excel. So it's all the amount of information that you have. Don't be overwhelmed by that. But typically, you're going to have various different pieces of information within that download, as you can see here. List price, sale price, year built, and so forth. Of course, the only thing that we're interested in here is the sale price and then the age of the home. Now, my MLS does not provide an age; it provides a year built. So we're going to have to, determine what the age is. So I'm just going to go through this and show you how I do this. And if you don't know how to use Excel, then there are a lot of tutorials online that you can learn how to do it, or you can take classes. It's not too difficult. After you've done it a couple of times, you'll get it, you'll get a good understanding of it, and then you can do it more. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So here's the year built. But what I'm going to do is go in here, and I'm going to make a new column. I'm going to call it age. And then I'm going to come down here. We can put a formula in here and easily determine the age. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And as you can see right there, I put a little formula in there and it determined the age of that. And I have quite a bit of information, but I can get the age of everything really easily by doing that, just copying the formula that I used on that one to all the others. So what I've got now is I've got the sale price of homes and I've got the age of the homes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert what's called a pivot table. And again, you can learn how to do this on your own, but I just wanted to show you what's possible with Excel and how you can use it to help, become a better agent and to focus on maybe the homes that are more predominant and possibly sell more of those. So the first thing we're going to look at is let's look at the sale price. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to make a few tweaks right here to get the information. I'm wanting the count. We're going to when we look at the what's predominant, we're looking at how many, what is the most occurring the most often. So that's going to we're talking about count right there. So go ahead and do this. Now what this did was it counted how many times each sale price occurred. But what we're going to do is we're going to group this information so it's more understandable to us. And I like to group the sales price of homes by $10,000. It just makes it a little bit easier. If you do every individual sale price that occurred, the graph is going to be huge and the amount of information is going to be huge. But if you use too big of a grouping, then you may not get enough delineation between the different price ranges. So I like to do $10,000. So we've broken this down into $10,000 increments, and now what we're going to do is make a graph of this. Now this again, this still looks a little bit overwhelming, but we're going to insert a graph in here, and you'll see how it's going to be easy to see. Okay, here's the graph right here. You see how easy that was? I looked at all that information. It only took a couple of minutes, and a lot of that time I was talking. But what we have right here is this is the number of sales that occurred. This is the price range. But you can see just by the graph that a lot of the sales are occurring between right here, which is about 115,000, all the way up here to about 185. But this one stands out the most right here, and it's between 134 and 144, and that's that $10,000 range I talked to you about. So if you concentrated on homes that were within $135,000 to $145,000, then you would be, working with the homes that are occurring the most often, and maybe there's going to be more buyers for those homes because of the predominance of those type of properties. So right there, we've looked at what price range is most predominant. So now we're going to look at what age range is most predominant. And it's the same routine. We just go over here. We're going to insert a pivot table, and it's going to give us a similar thing as we had before, but we're going to do age this time. So we have age right here, and I'm going to drag this down here and do the same thing. We're going to do count because that's what we're interested in. So I'm going to format this to do count as a number, and then it broke it down over here, and again we're going to group it. We're going to group this in by age in 10-year increments. So okay, then we're going to do a graph like we did on the other one. A little bar graph. Here we go. So we have this right here. So again, this is the number of sales that occurred, and this is the age range. As you can see over here, there's hardly any sales of homes that were 80 to 89 years old. It looks like most of the homes within this area are fairly new construction. When I say new, all of them are occurring, either between new and 20 years old, but it looks like the most are within the 10 to 20 year range. So again, if you concentrated on the homes that were between 10 and 20 years old and, between $135,000 to $145,000, then those are the homes that are predominant in age and price range. And I think if you concentrated on those, there's going to be more homes in those price and age ranges and more people buying those homes. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or give me a call. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.